Jimmy here again at Riley's, and today we're doing a front shock absorber strut spring or McPherson strut on this Vauxhall Vivaro or Renault Trafic. First we'll get the wheel off. Now the wheel's off, we can get inside. If we have a look at how it's designed here, you've got two bolts holding the strut, so we're going to need to clean those up and get them off. We've got a cable running on here which should just pull off like that. You've got the anti-roll bar bolt here, on here. Up inside the bonnet, you've got the top strut bolt inside here. First we're going to spray them up, WD-40. Bolts, all of the bolts that we're going to be opening. And we're going to use a wire brush, clean these threads up. And the same up here on this one. So here I've got two 21mm bolts. We'll do these top. And then we'll just actually leave these back on for a minute so we can hammer them through. To take some of the pressure off here, we've got the axle stand underneath, and we're going to lower the jack onto it. So it's going to rise up, take some of the weight off. Now we can get them out. And it's just lowering the jack slightly just so that it just sits on there. You just need a tiny amount of pressure on it so we can get them out. You should be able to just tap that out. That's the bottom one out. Top one's been a little bit more stubborn. There it goes. Now we can get the bolts off. And get them out all the way. You'll be able to move that apart like that. So now we just need to get off this top bolt. And we've got a 17mm ratchet spanner and a 5mm Allen or hex. Place them over the top. Bit. Got that out. Just come apart, put that bolt back on there so we don't lose it. Just back onto here. Come to the top bolt, you can get a 21mm spanner on there, or if you've got an electric ratchet, we'd much rather use that. this out. Just going to place that there. We can release all of this out. So here we've got the replacement. This is the old one. It was leaking. If you can see there, it's misty and it's making some knocking noises. And here's his replacement. It's not brand new, it's the second hand part, but this is what he's asked us to fit. So we're going to fit this now. So now the new unit will be able to just lift it up into place. Get it about where we want it. Move our hub over. Get it in there. And we just need to align it up and get the bolts into place. Just like that there. If we come down here, as you can see there, what we need to do is just align these holes, just so it lines up and we can get our bolt in. Just going to rest my knee there on that, just to hold it in place, and get the bottom bolt in. It's got these little grooves which hold it in place, so you don't really need to use a spanner on it unless it's really tight. Now we can just tap those all the way in. And again, what we're going to do is lower the jack so it rests on our axle stand, and then that will push the suspension strut back up the top and push the hole out through the top. Just in here like that. Now we've pushed it and the thread's coming up through the top here, we can get the bolt back in. Now we can get these two bolts back on. And then the top bolt for the anti-roll bar. As we've already lowered the jack, this has come up and aligned itself exactly where we need it to be. Get the bolt in. Now if you're using an impact gun like this, you can usually just hold your hand at the back, press it against it, and it should be able to just go in without using any spanners. Just like that. Get our brake holes there, push that back in where it's supposed to be. Put the wheel back on, and job complete. All done. See you next time.